Do you know what I like to do when I'm napping? I like to look at some baseball cards. Hey, I want to send out a special thank you to RJ. RJ, I got your package. RJ sent me a bunch of 2001 Topps Gallery. And these are pretty unique cards. So it made me want to go out and pull my cards out. I didn't have very many of these, but I think I bought a pack back in the day in 2001. But I thought I'd show those along with the ones that RJ gave me. If you've never seen these cards, of course, probably the number one card in the set is this Ichiro rookie card. And this is the Japanese version of the card. So the names, all the wording is in Japanese. I was so excited to get this one. Back in the day, being a big Ichiro fan. And so let's go through the ones RJ sent me. We got Jason Kendall. I was a big fan of his. Of course, his father was Fred Kendall, catcher for the Padres. And Brian Giles is a big fan of his too. Back at that time, you know, that's when Pittsburgh started trading away all their good players and they didn't have anything. And these were the only two guys I had to watch. And they had Reggie Sanders for a while, and he did well. He played well for the Pirates towards the end of his career. But these two guys were all we really had to watch. So I became a big fan, and I told everybody, I said, if they get rid of those two guys, I'm not watching them anymore. And of course, they got rid of both of them, and I stopped watching baseball for a decade. I was so mad. But nothing's really changed with the Pirates, has it? All right, moving on. We got Pedro, Vlad Guerrero, one of the greatest pitchers I ever watched. Man, could he paint those corners. Used to love to watch him work batters. Greg Maddux. Chipper. The Kid. Derek Jeter. Sammy Sosa. Irod. Moises Alou came up with my Pirates. And they traded him away right before they let Barry Bonds before Barry Bonds left and Bobby Bonilla left. And, you know, the Pirates knew he was leaving. So I was with the general manager of the Pirates, and I flat out asked him, like, why would you get rid of Moises Alou when you know you're losing Bobby Bonilla and Barry Bonds? I don't know about those Pirates, man. Got Jim Thome. These cards are great, you know. They're unique. The Big Hurt. And they had, I have two of these gold ones, and they're, you know, players past, older players. Carl Yastrzemski and Al Kaline. You know, back then it was like when they first started to include the retired players with the modern players. And I always have mixed emotions on that because I'm not too excited to get modern players usually, older players usually in modern sets. However, you know, growing up with some of the, like the 76 Sporting News cards, and in 79 they did like the all-time leaders in season and all-time. And so that's how I learned a lot about the older players and about the game and the records. So it's wonderful in that younger collectors or newer collectors that may not be familiar with the history of the game get to learn about these great old players too. So that's kind of where I am on that. Darren Erstad. I fell in love with that Angels team. That was that was one of my favorite World Series right here, with the Angels against the Giants, and Pokey Reese. He played for my Pirates as well. But this card is fantastic, this Ichiro. So those are the 2001 Topps Gallery that I have. And thanks again, RJ. I really appreciate it. You just added to most of my cards in that set now. Okay, guys. I've had a long day. Once again, thanks for watching. Do you know what I like to do when I'm hanging out with my cat who's lived on my porch for 5 years but will never let me touch her?